Hello everybody and welcome to this announcement video. So, what is this all about? Um, as some of you know, I've been recording my first playthrough in X4 for almost 8 months. And that's actually something I recently thoroughly reflected back on, realized even that was the case. And I've enjoyed the first playthrough a lot, the young gun. As an Argon, I was thrown into, how to say, a world, a universe full of politics, commodities, tech, and choices. And it was obviously hard to make decisions, especially when it's your first playthrough, and overwhelming because of so much choice. The whole adventure began perfectly with me orientating on mining. I'm well aware and well fond of mining through, for instance, games such as Elite Dangerous and earlier versions such as X3. I happily mined there, and the business grew. As the business grew, so did our contribution to factions, economies, and the sandbox. However, I have been recording episodes back to back since I've been back from work, approximately somewhere end of July, somewhere mid-August. And the more I continue with the Argon experience, the young gun, the more I see and already have realized that I made too many mistakes. So after I was a bit of unsecure about my mining empire, the way it was operating throughout all the systems we discovered, I sold everything off. I needed some room to rethink, and I came with a new strategy. The new strategy for the mining part of business worked really good. However, it was not the most cost efficient piece of my solution. And it actually snowballed to that fact that I was viewing, scaling, and judging the economy, the numbers of units, everything I made a decision about was wrong. So now, with a second cell complete, now with a new dive into stations, since the whole topic of stations, that is just something I recently got into with X4, and learning all the mechanics, building stations, getting the resources, getting buy orders out, I failed again. I just showed that I'm not cut out to be doing big boy stuff out there in the galaxy. As I love to continue with the Argon experience, I'm afraid I've just simply made too many mistakes now. So, like I said, I've been recording back to back, and I got myself into the situation where I had a few stations, but the money was gone. And like I said, since I judged the whole scaling wrong, I spent my money in a wrong way. I've thought about it, what to do now, because basically 8 months of learning that has been completed. I've learned so much how to play this game. However, the save game now has become tainted by the fact that 8 months of progress has been wasted, has been handled wrong. And also, what are we gonna do with it? What is gonna be the end game? So I had a look, I had a rest. I dropped X4. I realized the situation I was in. I thought about it from the position of my audience, the viewers. I thought about it from the position of the people who have recently and by now months ago commented on my episodes. And I got to work. I was like, okay, I clearly have my own distaste now for continuing with something which is clearly gonna fail. So what other options do I have? And as always, I've been promising, I will play multiple playthroughs of the game, because these new starts give you a way to think differently, to immerse yourself in a piece of you might not do because it's not natural to you. But now there's this whole sandbox where you can live that fantasy without consequences. So I went through all the game starts and I was a bit of unsecure, like, I want to change it around. I've done business so long of being a bit on the good side of things. I want to be a bad boy. Let me be a pirate. Let's, F shit up. So I was looking, there's the Smuggler's Paradise. So maybe I could get into that one. There's maybe Stranded. Also kind of sounds like it's a bit of more the adventure type of deal. So I got busy with it and realized, you know what? There is a difference. There is a difference between the Foundation. There is a difference between Cradle of Humanity. Subtle differences where you start, what you know. So I found it important through this journey, through these playthroughs, to follow how the developers develop the game. So clearly I'm now with the young one. I'm in the Foundations part of the game, the Foundations start of the game. And I had a look at Smuggler's Paradise, at Tides of Avarice. Then I went back to The Unworthy Entrepreneur, and I got to read a bit about that, I got to listen a bit about that, and I was actually dumbstruck, because having listened to the beginning conditions of The Unworthy Entrepreneur, it is basically my second chance to pick up where I left. So I ended in disaster when scaling up, when moving to large ships, when dealing with station builds, and when dealing with more system-wide issues. The Unworthy Entrepreneur allows me to start all over new as a Taladi, where I'll be owning an inheritance, and that inheritance is a factory and 2 ships, a scout ship and a trading ship. So that got me kind of thinking. So the young gun for me turned out as a sort of one big 8-month tutorial, basically. But the Unworthy Entrepreneur, that gives me a bit of that taste. I know now what it is to fail. I know now what it is to do wrong. Here is a new playthrough, and you start not at the absolute bottom somewhere in a station and you don't know anything about the surroundings. No, there is a clear goal. I come from a bloodline, there is a factory, there is a family, and there is a desire from the family, there is a expectation from the family. So this playthrough not only puts me back at the knowledge level that I already gained, but it also gives me purpose. It guides me and therefore keeps me in check. You might be thinking, yeah, guy, you just spent 8 months ruining your save game. Like, what do you know? Well, luckily that's why I kind of record it in front. I record a bit up ahead. So if something really messes up, I at least know a week in advance usually, or more, that, we have to do something about it, I have to maybe explain something about it, or I need to be more careful now. So I've been going through the new playthrough for a few weeks now. So what does that mean for the channel? I think it'll be more fun for everybody if we stop continuing the young gun, because like I said, basically that's a proven 8-month tutorial journey for me. And by ruining the save game, I kind of went to the end point of it. And now with all the lessons and all the failure, let's have fun. Let's continue on the same level of how to say, of game knowledge, but now let's have fun again. Let's do things more logical, more sense, less dreaming about the future and more worrying about the business at hand, and basically cool down, not have the desire to speed things up, or you know, tomorrow it might be gone, nothing of that. And therefore I hereby want to announce to all of you that we will be moving on. So that will mean starting from upcoming Thursday, I will be uploading the first episode of The Unworthy Entrepreneur. So I will be playing as a different character, I will be playing as a different race, and I will be starting in a way anew. However, and I do want to press that at hard. Don't expect the same mistakes. Don't expect the same mistakes to make me to make them on a large scale again. I have my feet in my hands. I dabbled them into working for stations. I dabbled into ships. I dabbled into different builds. I dabbled into station building now. I dabbled into the whole market of commodities. So I now have a fundamental level of being able to guide myself. I don't know everything in the game by a long shot, no, but I understand a few general rules back from X3 and also now from 8 months of playing this game. So yeah, don't expect me to make mistakes like, yeah, let's try and build a station, spend 20 million, and then you know, like such stupid mistakes, and then not realizing that the production per hour is, for instance, like super low, so it does not break even your factory. And you know, so I definitely already have such a blast recording the new episodes. It's just different in night and day. So my enjoyment is back 100%. It's weird for me playing as a Taladi because I feel human. I can't do anything about it. I just feel human. But I can live with that. I can just not think about it, and just, yeah, I'm having great fun. And there are new angles at things, and in all honesty, yeah, I think I made a good decision not to continue with something that has no future. What it is interesting is that obviously one day I will have to redo the young gun and ace it. So now my list has become slightly longer since I've kind of failed to achieve something in the young gun. I will have to redo it one day. So do not also think that I'm just tossing it aside. The young gun is a very interesting, very American-like, the land of the free, here you go and make money kind of intro. So it is nice and challenging to go at it once more. To give you a small, how to say, preview of what the Unworthy Entrepreneur is all about, let's listen to it. And with that, I'll be ending the announcement. I'm hoping you will be sticking. If you are considering sticking and tuning into the new episode, I can promise you that definitely I'm more on my game and on my details in the new playthrough. Like I said, I've learned very much how to play the game, and taking a new playthrough from the start is such an amazing feeling when you know what you are doing. And again, also I want to thank everybody for the past 8 months for all their tips, guides and comments and you name it. I have a huge issue with always having to accept, let's say, directions, because as a person in life I learn also better by making mistakes, and usually the mistakes in real life are less severe because before you you swipe your credit card or your debit card, you actually look at the screen and think about what you're paying. So in a game it's a bit too easy to sometimes forget about that, but not anymore. I'm really enjoying being in control. So let's listen about what the Unworthy Entrepreneur is about and how it's so fitting to start with this scenario after I've completely screwed up the young gun.
Dear Eulolios Honduras Ruziris 11, you never were the shiniest egg in the clutch. Your piloting abilities were overshadowed by your egg sibling, Ruziris 5. Your lack of management skills put to shame by Ruziris 9. And you didn't show as much interest in my endeavors as Ruziris 2. Your brazen display of financial incompetence was quite a disappointment. But now, as the final balance is calculated and nothing else matters anymore, I finally understand that your interests lay elsewhere.
So, you never had much interest in joining the family business, but now your mother has passed away and left it to you to make sure her legacy continues. Prove yourself worthy of the inheritance left to you. So you can see how I kind of felt compelled. I definitely proved I wasn't acting on the input right in front of me during the young gun. So therefore, now being addressed in such a way, I feel compelled to wise up, to smart up, to actually now use the proper way of viewing the economy, viewing the scale, making decisions in a logical manner. So I hope to see you there and then. So that is everything I wanted to say with this announcement. Again, to all the viewers, commenters, and in particular, you know who you are, GLG. Thank you so much for the past time, and I hope everybody will be enjoying the new playthrough just as much as I do. So it will be coming online on Thursday, same place and around about the same time. See you then and there. Bye bye.